inside an abandoned movie theater, and you can see behind me this place still does have power. We explored another movie theater a few months back. I'll put a link. If you haven't watched that video, check this out. Come back to this one after. These places are incredible. The nostalgia here when I walk through, when I see these theaters, it just reminds me of when I was a kid. I used to love coming to places like this. And unfortunately, these mom and pop theaters can't stand up to AMC, especially after COVID, and that's why this place closed. And this is, like we said before, the new era of these abandoned buildings, this new modern age building, which honestly, I love these vibes, and I think it's more of our style. Me and urbex Muse are here. But let's just jump into this. Let's get ready to explore this place. It's amazing. If you haven't already, make sure you give me a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel, and like always, let's explore more. Okay, so I did just throw the mask on, so if you have a hard time hearing me, just bear with me. This place has a lot of mold, so I just want to protect myself. But I'm not going to talk that much in this video. I just want you guys to feel the vibe of this place and just experience it how I explore it. I will say this, as you can see, the light strips are still on. This place still does have power. So a little bit different than the last place we explored. Get a better vibe of what it was like when this place actually closed. It hasn't really changed much. You can just imagine walking through here, going to find your seat after you just got tickets to a movie, and just seeing it like this is super weird, you know. It just gives you that backrooms, liminal spaces feeling. Even the screen is still perfect condition. Besides the mold and water damage, this place is really, really nice. It could open up again, and we could still be watching movies in this place. I'm heading into the next theater, just to show you what this one has to offer. Pretty much the same vibe. Small little theater. Still has some of the lights on and the strips on the floor, but wasn't a huge amount of people that would fit in here compared to some of the other theaters that I'm going to show you later on. Seats are definitely a major throwback. They give me that early 2000s, almost like a 90s vibe, which I love. Even the rug here just brings me back, such a throwback. All these new movie theaters, they just don't have that same charm. There's actually a lot more to see here besides just these theaters, so we're going to head in deeper in this place and see what's left. Let's go. Here's another theater. This one's a little bit different. It has like stadium seating. You can see it has this like little railing here. Kind of an unusual design, but just from the look of this place, it looks like all the smaller theaters were in the back and the biggest ones are up in the front. You can tell this one is a bit bigger, but still very similar feeling, similar vibe. And I didn't know how gross this place was, but like, look at all this like nasty, it looks like someone's put like a soda on the ground down here. And I mean, this is our second time here. The first time I didn't even have a mask on, but you can see all this mold on these chairs, and I would consider this place definitely very toxic. Here's another theater. As you can see, this one is getting bigger, more stadium-style seats. This one actually has some steps in it, which is really cool. A few rows up, so people in the back get a really good view of the movie as well. This right here is why I'm wearing a mask. You can see all the mold that's accumulated on this metal pipe. That's not good to breathe in. I'm sure that stuff is all in the air. It's on the rugs. And as we walk around, it's getting circulated. But look at this chair here. Look at that mold. You don't want to be breathing this stuff in, guys. You'd be crazy for that. Get sick as hell. Besides the mold, this theater is definitely my favorite so far. I really like the stadium steps. I feel like we don't see these often anymore in the theaters. Especially the ones I go to, they don't have this. I go to like the AMC theater all the time. Yeah, look at this mold back here. This is so gross. It's crazy considering this place closed down like this year. I think it closed actually in 2020. Not even 1 year. This is what the water damage does to a place. Totally destroys it. Check this out. I just found these 3D glasses just hanging out here. I remember wearing these things. This is like the real D 3D, the new style of 3D that like made the whole movie in 3D. Not those like old glasses that had the red and blue lenses. And I guess it would make sense. Here was the recycling center for those 3D glasses that I just found. I guess someone was too lazy to throw them back. But this is definitely something I remember from the movies. This is pretty recent, this new 3D style, like I was saying before. So you can tell this place didn't shut down that long ago. Just made it to the front. I just had to run because this place is like really close to the road. But you can actually hear the alarms going off. Hear that? That's the alarms going off in here. Check this out. Check this bathroom, guys. This is crazy. This is such backroom vibes. Everything is just on the power. It's so weird to see this. It looks so clean. Let's go in here and check it out. Oh, this is the women's room. Uh-oh, it's very scandalous that I'm about to go in here. Look at this, look how clean this is. This is actually crazy. This is so weird. I've never actually seen something like this. It's completely untouched. It's like brand new. They even still have toilet paper left. So weird. Just feels like I'm in a movie or something, which is ironic because I'm in a movie theater, so. Right now we're walking into the last theater, and like I said before, the largest theaters were the one all the way in the back, so explains why this one is so massive, and all the lights are on in this one, so it gives it that vibe. Like I feel like I'm going to see a movie right now. Definitely a strange feeling. I mean, the last movie theater I went to had zero power at all, so to be in this one, super sketchy, and it's even just a weird vibe. But look up there, you can see where the projectors would go. The lights are still on, so we're gonna try to head up there too. I just want to go up here, give you guys a full view, because this theater is actually huge. So this reminds me of where they would play movies like Star Wars, those big blockbuster movies, so I could fit the most amount of people. But it's just awesome to see it like this. So many seats, so many memories made in this place. And unfortunately, probably be closed forever, probably be demolished. And people just have to cherish those memories they had inside of here, because these older theaters are not going to be around forever. And this is the stage of when they're all dying off. And this more modern era is what's happening right now. I always like to just take a minute, try to take in these places, because I'm so lucky I get to do this. I literally love doing this. It's been my dream for so long. And I just love I could bring everyone along so you guys can experience this and witness it with me, because it is incredible when you're here. It's such a unique feeling. And it's just something that I'll love forever. And I hope you guys will too. We just got down to the front of this place. This is the concession stand where you get your popcorn, your candy, your snacks. Definitely a massive room. I just love that color, that feel to it. It just feels like so 90s style, which I just love that. And then even over here, you can see on the left-hand side, that was the box office. That's where you get your tickets. So that's the first place people would come when they came into this theater. And you can hear the alarm is still going off. And we're right next to a bunch of windows in the front, so I'm trying to be very stealthy with how I move around here. I don't want anyone to see me. but it was definitely worth coming down here for this shot. I love the way this looks. So awesome, especially with the power on and those lights behind it all lit up. Just got upstairs. This is where all the behind the scenes stuff was going on. This is where the projectors were, you know, all that good stuff. But this is the first thing I saw. The Star Wars Force Awakening, December 16th. I remember when this movie came out. It was such a huge deal. And here's just a remnant of that. Just left here to be forgotten about. The old popcorn buckets left behind. These are nice new modern like style plastic ones. Really cool. Yeah, no popcorn left. That's gross. There's secondary kitchen setup. I actually think this was a break room back here too. Let's head in there. It's super weird in this break room. I'll show you guys. As we walk in here, you can see got some movie posters left up. This is what I first noticed. I think this is for Knives Out. I think I remember I saw that in theaters. A lot of older movies, not super old, but I guess considered now. There's an older movie. Zoolander. If you haven't seen that, go watch that movie. It's hilarious. But this was a really cool section. I love seeing all the movie posters left behind. Down this hallway, you can notice power is still on over here. There's lights. And this is one of the more modern style projectors used for these movie theaters. This is where companies would send in a DVD, and they just put the DVD in, and that's how the movies play. Just kind of like how you do it at your own house. A little shot of the front of it. It's kind of tight squeeze in there. You can see where the lens would go and everything. Super cool to see this modern style. I know the other theater we went to had like a more 90s style, more outdated projector, so it's really unique to see this stuff. No one gets to really see this unless you work back here. It's really creepy up here, a lot of creaks and noises. That's because the air conditioner is still on. So it's definitely a little unsettling up here. You never know who's gonna turn the corner and be right in your face.
Huh?
A lot of really cool stuff left behind. There's all these old lenses for the projectors. They did use lenses like this, so it's definitely strange to see these. You don't often see those. Look for this lens. Whoa. Whoa, what's down there? Kind of walk around. It's super trippy. This is how the projector sees. That's so weird looking. Just a long hallway of all the projectors that are shooting into the theaters. There's a bunch of them, must be like 15 back here. There's the muse, he's taking a little picture. And it's definitely weird being behind the scenes. And I don't know, working up here must have been super creepy. This is just a weird vibe, especially with the lights partially on and off. But it's what we love, and I think it's awesome. Whew, let me take this off. Whew, wow. Exploring with this sucks, but in a place like this with all this mold, it's something definitely you need. You don't want to get sick from being in an abandoned place, something we love. I would hate for it to be my demise. But we are gonna get out of this place. We explored the whole entire theater, saw all the cool stuff this place had to offer, just throwback 90s vibes. This place was never updated, and before it could be updated, it got closed due to COVID. So this is what we are going to be exploring probably from now on, this new age of abandoned buildings with power and all this stuff. So if you did like this video, make sure you give me a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel, and like always, get out and explore more. Peace.